What's going on, everybody? This is Prince Pyramid back with another one. Back on Mississippi Acres, this time trying to finish off the map. So the ultimate goal of this channel has always been to have every diamond and every great one in our main lodge, and we officially only have one diamond left on Mississippi, and that's what we're going to be doing this week. My plan is to do every mission, to build every outpost. I mean, we're going to be running around all week long finding trophies, but the ultimate goal is to find that diamond gray fox. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're actually starting this off by retrieving my 300 and heading back to the coast. Now, if you guys don't know, the coast on Mississippi Acres is obviously great for gators and whitetail. I think most people know that. But it's also really good for gray fox. And I was looking for a gray fox earlier, and I'm pretty sure I came across a piebald gator. So we're going to go back, see if we can catch him in his rest zone as soon as we load up. But yeah, guys, this will be the way we're going to structure the videos going forward. There's only so many diamonds left, and you know, I was going to do this doing a week's worth of trophies like I've been doing. The problem is, as I spin the wheel, you know, every now and then I'm getting maps where it's like, let's do a week's worth of trophies on Silver Ridge. Well, I've built every outpost, I've done every mission, and I have every single diamond off of Silver Ridge. At this point, I kind of just hunt Silver Ridge for my bear grind. So it really wouldn't make sense for me to spend a whole week anymore on maps that I've, you know, effectively conquered the map pretty much. That's what I'm hoping to do here on Mississippi. Let's see if we can reset time. I know I spooked him last time. That was the whole point. Reset time, that should work. But on Mississippi, kind of like Silver Ridge as well, I'm not getting bogged down with the missions too much. There's only the main missions. Okay, those are already done. So, assuming I get this gray fox this week, and in the meantime, while I'm running around the map looking for the gray fox, I'm going to build every outpost on my solo map. So I can say, there's literally nothing left to do on Mississippi. We have done everything the game has for us in Mississippi. And all we really need is to get this gray fox. And I've been after gray fox for a long time, and I've even got, you know, an albino from New England. I have one of my favorite trophies. I have a gold piebald off of Mississippi. So I've been after these guys for a while. I think that's our guy. He wasn't a huge gator, so let's make sure we get a good shot. Man, I hate shooting these things. That was an awful shot. Hopefully he'll run out. That's what we're going to have to wait on. If he runs out, we may have a chance. Because I definitely didn't hit him. He didn't look like he was moved at all. He's not running out. Come on, man. Give me a shot. At this point, you're just kind of slowing me down. We're not even after gators anymore. I have had a lot of luck with gators, though, when it comes to rares. This will be my second or third piebald, and I do have a level 8 albino as well. That's definitely him. That should have been a good shot. That should have been a good shot. Let's go. And now we wait. Get back to the regularly scheduled program as soon as this guy comes over here. But of all the diamonds left, guys, they're all still left for a reason. You know, all of them have their own challenges. That's why we don't have the diamonds for them yet. And the gray fox definitely has its own challenges. Here we go. Piebald alligator. And we got a good shot on him, too. We'll take that. Not a bad way to start the week. Not our gray fox, but we'll definitely take it. I think they look... did they change them? He looks a little different than my other piebald alligator. Maybe there's different variations of piebald, but... Alright guys, we already ran this coast, so let's go ahead and swap maps and see if we can finally find that gray fox. So So like I was saying before the gator, one thing that you will find with gray fox that make them so challenging is all fox species are challenging. They're not in large groups. They usually drink at inconvenient times, like, you know, around dusk for the red fox and the gray fox. But the gray fox in particular, they are so spread out on the two maps where you will find them. They are spread across the entire map, Mississippi and New England. So what I've done is decide, okay, Mississippi Acres is gonna be the spot because there are so many lakes and I don't have to run the big river bends. I could just run the lakes. So what I've done is I'll continuously check my really hot 4 or 5 lakes in every multiplayer. So I'll join a multiplayer, check the 4 or 5 lakes. Okay, there's not a level 9 fox here. Move on to the next multiplayer map. And I'm hoping for some results. So right now we're actually at one of those really hot lakes. No gray fox, of course, but I did find a level 3 eastern turkey. So we're gonna get him. This guy was one of the last editions. I almost said the last. He may be the last. But one of the last editions for the Trophy Lodge tour for the new year, for the previous year, I guess. And this would be the second one that I've gotten so far. My initial one came from New England Mountains, but hopefully this guy, he should be like right here. I'm surprised we're not getting a call. And that's a rabbit. And now I don't really have an excuse for why this turkey took so long. Mainly, he was a tough diamond because he's on annoying maps like the gray fox, like New England Mountains and Mississippi. And I like Mississippi. Mississippi feels like I'm hunting at home. The problem is, man, is it thick compared to other maps. Let's see. I brought my 22. The other thing that I'll say about these things, these eastern turkeys, if you told me I had to go find a diamond one, I mean, New England Mountains is way easier because they're home ranged a little bit better. And around those mountains in the north, it's a really hot spot for turkeys. These guys on Mississippi are difficult because of this right here. You see how thick this is? He's calling me. It was of like 110 meters, and I still haven't seen this turkey. Where in the hell is he? All right. Now I'm about to just go out there and rush him. This is bullshit. Where's he at? This is why I hated these turkeys, and I got lucky and found one on New England. But on Mississippi, they're going to be basically fleeing before you ever spot them. There's only a handful of spots that I have found where you can hunt these turkey in the open on Mississippi. And it's basically those lakes in that southeastern corner of the map. They'll be over there with the whitetail and the gray fox. So it's just kind of where we're at now. But this is more in the woods portion than where they actually eat. And he's a solo, so this guy's extra annoying. All right, bro. I'm gonna just run out here. There he is. That's him. Let's go. And what a shot. That got him. You know, I used to hunt strictly turkey with the 22. I've gotten to the point where I only hunt birds with the Cacciatore, because in all honesty, at 100 meters, you could just, you know, lift up your shot a little bit with that Cacciatore and still hit it. But let's see. These guys barely ever troll, so we probably found our second diamond eastern turkey. We did. Let's go. Finally got this little bastard on New England, and of course, a couple days later, we get our second one off of Mississippi. But man, he didn't want to cooperate. Still laying in the grass. Made that way harder than it had to be. But let's go finally find us a fox, damn it. So the other thing about the gray fox hunt, and this is kind of why I set the time here, you get super late. And in Mississippi, super late is basically impossible to hunt. And I'll show you what I mean. In a second, you're going to see one of the rares that came off of this grind. And in the meantime, I had no way of really telling it was rare other than it kind of looked strange. But I mean, it could have just looked strange because it was passing by grass. But let's see. Come up here. See, this lake right here is one of those really hot lakes that I like to run. Both of these, actually. In large part because they don't get spooked by the crocs. There's not crocs, geez. The gators aren't really here as much. But you see the problem? The ones I did spot. Okay, we got one calling. Let's see if I can show y'all what I mean. Looking across this lake, you see basically no fox. And at the end of the day, when I finally get this diamond, I may even concede that this strategy was not the best because clearly I've hunted New England a little bit and clearly it is better, okay? Just being honest with you, New England feels like it's a little more open. Yeah, you got to run more space, and a lot of the lakes that they drink on aren't close to outposts, which is why this is better for multiplayer hunting. But if you were going to grind your diamond gray fox, then definitely New England's better. All right, we're getting to that second lake. But I definitely heard one call. This is basically what you have to do. You're not going to spot them. You basically need to get your binoculars, scan the coast until you see a spot the animal thing pop up like that. Like, I never saw that fox. Let's see. Check this last zone. I think this is where he's at. Nope, that's not. It is a female that I'm looking for. Nope, not there. Maybe this one. And I can't. I saw the square button pop up, but man, I can't see it now. This is kind of like hunting mink on Scotland now. You kind of just scan around until you see the spot the animal prompt, and then you click, and then you're, oh, there it is. There he is. So see, I can see he's a little bit different. He's a little bit brighter. But in all honesty, when I first shot this fox, I was not sure what it was. And for all I knew, it could be like the moon kind of shining in and contrasted with those shadows just made him look brighter. Let's see if we can. There he is. He is way brighter, I guess, but this is why I say when you gotta hunt fox at this time of night, like, you're gonna mess up rares. And it's one more reason why these fox grinds, particularly gray fox, is super annoying. So let's go pick him up and you guys can finally see what all this was about. I did actually get a good shot though. That was a surprise because in all honesty, if I had known that it was a rare, if I was sure, I would have taken all day to pull the trigger. But since, I mean, for all I knew, it was just the way that the light was casted on him, I just kind of went for it. Mark him there. And this is actually the third rare for gray fox. That piebald is my favorite one though, but here he is. A leucistic gray fox. Now we have an albino, a leucistic, and a piebald, all in pursuit of this diamond, which just won't show up. At this point, I will get a melanistic before I'll get a diamond. And then when I get the melanistic, I'm gonna get the diamond and we'll never hunt gray fox again because this shit is getting old. But all right, guys, there it is. She does look good. I still think the piebald is my favorite. But let's go ahead and move on to another map to see if we find our melanistic or our diamond. All right, guys, day 3, and big things are happening. We just spotted him. We just need to take his ass out. And we've already built all the structures. We already done all the missions. We need this fellow not to troll me. And then we can say we have conquered Mississippi, put it in the bin. It's over. We're done with it. It's over there with Silver Ridge and New Zealand at this point. So let's see if this guy makes it. And I'm going to warn you guys in advance before I even go up here. There's no chance I'm going to take a long shot. There's no chance you're about to see me slowly creeping around the water to get the perfect shot. I'm not messing this dude up. I'm not rolling the dice with him. This is taking way too long. But all right, let's see if we can spot our fox. And this is my favorite lake because there's usually about 8 gray fox over here. But even in the middle of the day, they're hard to find. There he is. That is our boy. So let's try, and I mean, it's almost lined up for me to just take it from here, but I'm definitely getting closer. Definitely not rolling the dice. I will say, doing this over and over again, the Quest Reaper, I am very confident that I could hit this shot. But in the back of my mind, I know that if I spine this thing, then I'm quitting Call of the Wild for like a week. I'm not hopping back on. This is taking way too long. So we're going to come around the water here and see if we can't get a closer shot at him. So let's keep slowly making our way. Also, these things are very, very finicky. They're very, very, skittish, I guess, or anxious. So I definitely don't want to spook him because he will take off. And those little movements like that on something like a fox, those are the things that worry me, because it takes one move and I have messed up the one level 9 I've seen in a week. There we go. So stop your ass right there. I'm going to try to swing around. If he'll just stay right there. He's kind of chilling. And he's quartered away. I'm debating it. Because I could take that shot right there. Get a little bit closer. Perfectly zeroed. Don't drop your head, though. Do not drop your head. If you mess me up, dude. Right there. Oh, tell me we didn't spine him. Tell me we didn't spine him. Tell me he's not going to troll. And tell me we're done hunting these fox that have taken so long to find a level 9. This is literally the only level 9 I've ever seen. Tell me he's not going to troll me. And if we spined it, then I quit for the week. I'm done. I'm checking out. I'm going to go play something else. Let's get over here. See, you kind of saw it back there where the woods open up. That's where I was talking about those open spots for turkey. Maybe one calling to me over there right now, but we have bigger fish to fry. We need to pick this guy up. We need to see Vital Blood, and we definitely need to see that diamond score. And hopefully he didn't fall in the water. Nope, he didn't. We definitely got Vital Blood. Come on, man. Diamond, let's go. We are done with Mississippi, and we are done with Gray Fox. Thank the Lord. And that was a good shot, too, by the way. Good on me. But all right, guys, we are done with Mississippi. Go ahead and put the check mark by it. It is over, and we are moving on to the next diamond species. So until that time, I've been Prince Pyramid, and everybody have a good one.